guys. Thank you so much for tuning into another session of Real Talk with Bree. It's been so long, I almost forgot what I was supposed to say. All right, so we do have Farrah. So I'm so thankful that you're here. How are
Hello, thanks
you?
for having me. Thanks for having me. I am blessed. I'm very, very blessed to
All
say
right,
the
so
most.
that's really good. And so, as you guys know, I always start off with a little dance or two. So, Farrah, if you want to join, hey, 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 get it,
Like
get it,
one,
get
two
it, get it.
step, one, two step.
Okay.
That's all I got.
I love
One,
it.
two.
Okay, so we can't go to the club no more. We got a club in the house, so.
Okay, you
All
got to.
right, y'all. So today, what we are going to talk about is investing in yourself. I actually met Farrah. What was this in January when there was that conference at the hotel?
I think it
When
was
was
January. I think
it?
it
January.
was, what was it, December? No. Was it January? It might have been January.
Yeah.
Anyway,
She said
it was
anyway.
the beauty and business.
No.
Was it a conference? I think it was a conference, but anyway, but yes, we met there,
Yeah,
and I
it was
went
a
there.
good
Yeah,
time.
it was good.
And so I walked up. Y'all know me. I love networking. I walked up with one of your friends, and she was introducing us.
Nicole Southern Girl Speaks. Yeah, I was there with
Shout
her.
out.
Yes, yes.
How's she doing?
She's doing wonderful. We have a every Monday we are on YouTube, so we have a mind, body, and soul session, and I'm on with her speaking about the body part, and then we have Gerald Hassan. He speaks about the mind, and then she speaks about the soul part. So it's amazing. We on YouTube now. She has a channel, so yeah, she's doing amazing. She's pushing through. So you can catch her on Facebook sometimes. Yeah, Nicole. Yes, Southern Girl Speaks.
Yes, shout out to Nicole.
Right.
When we met, you had gave me your story, and I was like, "Whoa, wow, this is amazing."
Right.
So, if you can give the people a little bit about your background, and then we're going to get to why I chose this as investing yourself.
Okay. Well, my name is Farrah, and I am originally from Waco, Texas. I moved to Arlington, Texas. My husband and my four kids, we moved here after we sold our home, and I've always wanted to live in Arlington. So we're here now. We've been here since 2017, I believe. Yeah, 2017. Yes. And so upon our arrival, I was already into my weight loss journey. And from my weight loss journey, how that arrived, I've always been a woman, all women want to lose weight. So I've always been on some type of weight loss journey, trying to figure out how I can do it. So we moved here, and I was already, I guess you can say it wasn't a business, but I was already in the phase of building my brand. And my brand is D+D+T, stand dedicated and determined for your transformation. Now,
I
the
love it.
reason how I came up with that was because a storm that happened, I call it a storm. I say an intentional storm by God had
Mhm.
occurred in my husband and I life back in 2012, I think it was 2012. Just I told you this story, I was just because it was the background of my brand. When I introduced
Mhm.
myself, my name is Farrah. My brand is, DDT Fit. I help people encourage, inspire them, and empower them to stay on their weight loss journey. I'm not a
Mhm.
coach, but what I do, that was the background. How did it arrive? What DDT? So I cannot leave the story of my husband actually scratching off $1 million on a lottery ticket, out when I incorporate and tell people about my brand. Do
Mhm.
I want that to be the highlight of the story? No, I don't. I want you to
Mhm.
get to how I got to becoming who I am today. And
Mhm.
so when I told her that, she was like, wow, what? Yeah. So
Mhm.
when that happened, and it was just like a whirlwind, like we were just like ordinary people living day to day, me taking care of my kids, working. And this actual day is so funny that I actually had a toothache, and I was caretaker, and I worked part-time. He worked full-time at Baylor University. So we were still in Waco, and I had woke up because I had went to sleep, so I had a toothache. I'll never forget the day. And I went sit at the dinner table, and he was scratching off lottery ticket, and I was like, you win? He's like, nah. I was like, I was still trying to wake up. He's like, I'm gonna get another one. I said, okay. He went and got another one. He came back, we sitting there, he scratched it off, and he was like, oh, babe, we motherfucking rich. I was like, huh?
Yeah.
So it was like what I looked at and never forget. It's just so visual right now. And it was the number 10. Up under the number 10 was one MILL. Well, long story short, after about 3 years, we became, we got a house. We, didn't buy. We made a lot of bad decisions. We made a lot of bad decisions. We were misled a lot financially, and it was all a learning lesson, and even through within 2 years, we were, facing, trials and tribulations with, not only, the family and things of that nature, friends, foes, all this stuff goes on when you have that amount of money. And it's like, child, we didn't really know what to do with. We know to get your house, we were even on housing, we were on housing, and we even told the housing people, that lady said we can still stay on housing. Because they only take lottery winnings 1%. They only accounted 1%. But I was like, no. I was like, no, I'm not gonna stay on no housing. That was just me, and I was, personally, and I was like, no, it's everybody's dream to own their own home. Eventually we didn't buy our house. We just building credit, so we just chose to put a lump sum and go in that nature. But other than that, it was just moving about, doing what we knew, and then all of a sudden it just came to a halt. Like, golly, we only got like 35,000. Okay, shoot, yeah. So we got into foreclosure. We like the storm. I call it a storm because an intentional storm by God, because the only way I can be awakening from the day-to-day that I was living in the garage, getting drunk, but living day-to-day, paycheck to paycheck, just no aspirations, no inspired to do too much of nothing but be a mom, pray, work, take care of my family. Be a mom, pray, work, take care of my family. That's all I knew. I didn't know about being an author. I didn't know I can run a business. I didn't know I can even build a brand. These are the things that a lot of people are not enlightened to. And a lot of our people, we go through this. A lot of people ain't getting our hand and telling us, sister, come here. Let me show you this. You can do this? Never. My mom, she's the greatest woman on earth. She still is, and she just, that's what I seen her do. Work, pray, take care of her kids, and just always told me I was a queen. I can be and do whatever I want to do, but when you're not enlightened about a lot of things in your neighborhood, your surroundings, and people you encounter day to day, and just the people you hang around, a lot of us aren't inspired in that way. So we don't know. But one day, I woke up and I told God, I'm tired of waking up being accompanied by a hangover. I have purpose. What is my purpose, God? And no further than my nieces, they were going to a Black Women in Business vendor event conference held by Miss Rose Smith in Austin, Texas. And I say, you know what, I'm going. Me and my daughter went down there, girl. I was so enlightened about all these women writing books, selling shirts, skincare. I'm just like, where have I been? Like, do you know how many women? World. Yes, I never knew. And here I am, how old? 33? 30, I was 33, I think, 32, 33. But I'm just like, like, are you serious? Then a speaker gets up. And I've always been, been inspired to be a speaker. So the speaker gets, I'm like, she is speaking like good. I've stood behind that podium and I told my daughter, take a picture. I'm going to be an empowerment speaker. And
I know that's right.
I've traveled to LA, I've traveled to Atlanta, Waco. I have did that. And it's all about investing. Did I get paid for doing it? Nope. I did not get paid for doing it. I invested in myself because that's something I wanted to do. When I knew that I can do anything I put my mind to, all you can do is tell me, no, I'm leaping. I'm leaping by faith, and it's gonna always be over fear. All you can do is give me a no, but I'm just running off. But
no, that's good.
It's an amazing thing. Like, so that $1 million win, like, it awakened me, and I thank God for it. So it's always a blessing. It's always a story that people are enlightened by, like, what? And you try to get people around the whole money fact of it, and like I got to a point where I got tired of telling the story, and I was like, you know what, God, I get tired of telling the story because I don't want to be of like I'm showboating or anything of that nature. But it's you did that for me. It's a story behind it. People need to know. Yeah, people need to know how great you are. And like I just said today on my live on Facebook, no matter what I do, no matter what I go through, nobody will ever be able to take that story from me and what God is continuing to do in my life. And so that's my point. I wrote a book about it. You can get it it's on Amazon. A million, 10 rounds in the ring with $1 million. My intentional storm by God. So that was my first self-published book I wrote.
And I think it's so amazing to hear that you were still encouraged, even though, like you mentioned, you saw in your bank account it was only $35,000. That's a big difference from winning $1 million, and you are able to still say you succeed in everything that you wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
You are a speaker, you are a writer, an author. Like, you're still doing amazing things, and you are part of TLC, right?
Right.
So I think that's amazing, but you first have to start, investing in yourself. So what was that first step? Would you say going to Austin was your first step in investing in yourself?
Yes, that was my first step. I was enlightened from then, and then I was like, okay, speaking. Did I remember what first? That's when my brand came about. My brand came about because I started working out. I was enlightened. I was like, no, it's time for me to take care of me. It's time for me to drop this weight. Self-care is what it is. I will work out every day. I was working. I'm a caretaker. I was doing 12-hour shifts, 6 to 6, get off, come get, my husband go to work at 6. I take a nap for 30 minutes, get up, take kids to school, from kids to school, go back home, work out, then go care for my mom at 1 o'clock, then get off at 3 and go get my kids from school and cook, clean if had to be, and then go right back to work. That's where my brand evolved at. Like, hey girl, you can do this as long as you stay dedicated and determined for your transformation. It became my mantra, it became my slogan, D plus D equals T, D plus D equals T. And I was like, babe, I'm about to brand this thing. I'm about to make this a business. I started doing like little active wear shirts and stuff of that nature. I had women come in. I would get a meeting room at the library and we would do a workout inside. Yeah, for like for 45 minutes free, come do that. That was the first thing I started doing. I just have vision, and it's just like, you can't, if I can do it, you can't tell me I cannot. I'm going to go for anything my vision gives me. I'm going to research it. I'm going to see what I can do. How can I invest in it? And I would do that for women because my health, after I started losing weight, I just felt so much better. I felt good about myself. I started, then I was enlightened. And then you tell me I can do this, I can do that. I wrote that book I was like, people need to hear my story. People need to know that this $1 million win wasn't all about $1 million win. It wasn't for us to be wealthy. It wasn't for us. It was for us to be awakened. And once I understood that it was for me to tell people of God's glory and what God can do for you in the midst of a storm, all you have to do, because a lot of people don't understand. They think that, oh, God gave the devil permission to do this to me. No, you gave permission for that to do that to you, because we make our own beds. Yes, we make our own beds and we want to blame somebody. No. So therefore, I know that we made a lot of bad decisions. And then I also knew that at the end of this storm, at the end of this day, God gonna bring me out. But right now, I just have to use him as my oxygen tank. As I am sinking underwater, as I am just breathing and gasping for air, he is still supplying all my needs. Through our air conditioning system going out, didn't have enough money to fix that. Through our water system, getting clogged up, we didn't have enough money for that. that. We had to run heaters down the hallway. People don't know your story. That's why I tell people, you quit looking at people and staring down your nose and staring up at people, because you know what people done went through. Yea, though you think I still had all that money, I was going through a storm, baby. But you got to understand that God sustained me. And all through that God was sustaining me, he was preparing me for days such as this. Days that I would be on people's lives and podcasts to tell of his greatness and his glory, to let them know that, baby, even though we going through a time such as now through this pandemic, God got your back, baby. You just got to breathe through it. Let him be your oxygen and breathe through it, baby, because better days is coming, baby. You got to use this as your sensitive moment, your moment to prepare for your greatest accomplishments that's coming. So that storm right there, baby, it was an awakening moment that was telling me that you get all the funds that you can supply. God is going to send people your way. You don't have to work about nothing. When long as your mind is stayed on him, you have faith and you be the righteous person in your heart, and you are doing all that you can to be obedient and pushing through your storm by faith, God gonna work it out. So that's all I've been doing, baby. That's all I've been doing.
And I mean, this is just beautiful. Now that we're talking more, because it was just real brief, talking more about it, it's like I have to applaud you, because some people would have just gave up, like, dang, I had all this money. It didn't work out the way I thought. The devil got to me, you know, God showed me this way, but I went towards this way, and now I done lost my mind. But instead, you kept moving and you kept grooving, and you knew that something was better out for you. You knew you needed a wake-up call. You didn't stay in that bed with that hangover.
Right.
So I have to give it up to you, because some people will just get stuck.
Yes.
And they don't know what to do.
You
know, but that's when in those times you do have to get on your knees and you got to pray.
Yes, I'm telling you.
On your knees and you got to pray. And that's why I be telling people, just because you get this roadblock does not mean that God did not provide another roadway for you to get around that roadblock.
That's right. That's right. I'm telling you, long as you got the gusto to go, you're going to have, you know, life is going to happen. We're going to have trials and tribulations. It's not, you know, it's no easy way around a lot of things, and you just have to, he prepares us, you know, he takes us through intervals in our lives to strengthen us. So those are those little bitty storms that we, you know, can't get, you know, we can't get past, you know, those things we work through and we build strength, you know, and we finally conquer that and we get up out of the sinkhole. You know, those are the little intervals he's still giving us. Like that storm we went through, that was an interval in my life to know that you want to be an entrepreneur, you want to build your brand, so you're going to have more storms than this, baby. So if I'm preparing you through this one and I'm sustaining you through this storm, like when I tell you I was mentally and physically tired of figuring out everything behind that money, trying to see where it went, what was paid, what I can do. Baby, we had to pay the IRS back. We went through some storms, and people do not understand. And they was like, what happened? No, we still had to pay the government. We was in a different tax bracket. That was new. All that stuff was new to us. Like, people don't understand. But I thank God, and I am so invested in myself right now, in my business, what I'm trying to bring forth with DDT Fit. I became an IBO and Total Life Changes in 2017 while I was on my health and fitness journey. And right now, I've been more dedicated in the first of this year than ever, and I'm a director now. So it also gives me a platform to for it to bring other people on, for me to use the products to help people, which I'm already, you know, doing with my, that's what DDT stands for, to help empower, inspire people while on their weight loss journey, on their, you know, wellness journey, that they can do it. And because I've done it, and you have the gusto to grow, you got it in you. And I just, you know, just want to encourage them to bring it out. So with being a part of Total Life Changes is having some great products that they can incorporate while on their journey that actually help, that actually work. They actually work. Through my testimony, they work. And so I've been getting a lot of great feedback. A lot of it's been working for a lot of my customers. So I'm ecstatic. And, you know, I use that business to fund DDT Fit while I'm building that brand, you know. So it's amazing, like, what I'm doing, even with, you know, with the speaking part. You know, I kind of let that fall by the wayside, but it never goes anywhere, because I had a mentor. I invested in a mentor. I didn't really have, you know, that $80, you know, every month to pay, but I'm like, I'm about to do what I need to do now. I'm going to pay it. I'm trying to get 2 good months and get some information, because I like to learn. I will learn through people. I would learn for free. I would just listen to people and just take heed to things. I will research. I will put, because I don't like asking people for stuff. You know, once I ask
Right.
for,
That's my
like
problem.
once, like I kind of like, I don't know what you doing. Maybe you too busy. I don't want to feel away. I'll just find it out
Oh yeah.
myself. But
Oh
yeah,
yeah. Yeah.
so I've been moving like just it's investing in yourself. You have to.
I agree. I know for me, when you mentioned mentor, I invested in my first business coach last year, and at first I was like, I can't afford it. It's gonna be a lot of money. This, and that. And he made a really great point to me, and that's what I think why I really wanted to invest in myself, because he was like, if this is something you really want to do, you'll make time for it. You'll
Right.
figure out the funds for it. It isn't like you
Right.
don't have a job. Certain times, if you want to get some new pair of shoes, that whatever how much
Yep.
those shoes cost, put that money to the side. So if you
Yep.
really want to coach, go ahead and do what you got to do and get back to me when you're ready. I'm like, okay, charge me up. But it was the real,
It
because
is.
we want to do things that we want to do, not things that we really need to do.
That's
And
right.
so when I had that conversation with him, I was like, you know what? If this is something I really want to do, let me put this money to the side. My extra shopping, when I go to the movies, when I take myself out to dinner, all that can go towards, investing in myself as far as my business.
Right.
And what I learned from this situation is going to make you better at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
So when it comes to that part, when you mentioned that mentor, I think that was like one of the best investments I've done, because I still use a lot of things that he told me to this day.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Mine was Erica Latrice, and I never forget. She was the one actually had the speaking platform that I invested in. And I, she's like, come to Atlanta. I was so scared. I was so scared. Me and my husband drove to Atlanta, and that was right after we moved to Arlington. And I was like, I'm going, we going. It's so funny that fear is so crazy.
Yes.
Fear will have you stagnated, scared to move, in the same spot, just looking crazy, cringing. But I tell y'all, those who are listening to this and who tune in, y'all, just go. And I always say, I go shaking and trembling, and I just go, because if I mess up, then I'll know what not to do next time. But if I never mess up, I know, just like Les Brown say, would say, fail your way to the top, and you have to. So that's what I'm doing right now. DDT Fit. I'm manifesting some things on DDT Fit. I'm just going forth. I'm just going forth in what I want it to be, what I'm dreaming for it to be, and whatever God has in store for me, even with speaking, on that aspect. It's just being there for people who get lost, who have lost their way. A lot of women lose their way because they're not looking a certain way. They can't, focus on their health and lose the weight that they're trying to lose. But I just want to be I want to be their hero. I want to be in the gap, in the gap for them, to let them know that I got you. What do you need? Encouragement, what do you need me to do for you? Like I do a lot of free stuff because I know I've been there. I know how it can be. And I just want to be there for them, and just make it worth their while, just to let them know that they can do it. You can do it. Just do it, shaking and trembling. Just go for it. Have a plan, be disciplined, be consistent. Everything is not going to work out the way you want to. Like I told them, like I've been 190 pounds twice. Like life happens, I was 190 pounds and I end up back 216. How does that happen? Because I don't want to say I gave up. I had a brief moment of faith. And my faith wasn't as strong as it should. So I just had a brief moment of faith, and I got back up. And long as I tell them, long as you don't give up, long as if you fall, just get back up. So that's what DDT is all about. And I'm just continuing to invest. Like my money goes into my business. Like nobody's giving me nothing. And I learn from a lot of our great colored women. I see so many of them doing it, and it's just like, why can't I? Why can after you tell me the impossible has happened to me? Who normally wins $1 million off a scratch ticket? So when God told me that the impossible can happen for me and my family and my life, that hey, you never know what He got in store. If that happened, the possible what
That's
can
it.
happen. Yeah, so
Same.
I'm open. I'm open to all what God has for me, and I'm just moving and grooving. That's all, and being me.
I am happy. This was so good. So how can people reach out to you, your website, Instagram, Facebook, all that good stuff?
Okay, Instagram. My IG is DDT Way. D is in David, T is in Tom. DDT Way. Follow me on there. I post a lot of before and afters of myself, yes. But then also we'll post workouts, encouragement, and just follow me. Be looking out for waist trainers, fat burning cream, my active wear. That's all coming. So y'all stay tuned. It's just in the making, okay? Facebook, follow me. I have a support group called DDT Fit Support Group on Facebook. I actually do live workouts. I start back May 4th at 6 p.m. Join in that group if you want to do a workout with me or just need some tips on what you can do just to start. I have a couple still loaded up in the group now, but a lot of people come in and, I send encouraging stuff out and we share tips of that nature, but it's a support group. And just follow me on Farrah Ratcliff on Facebook. And to get no, it's like that. Any health and wellness, total life changes products. You can go to retail.totallifechanges.com/DDT Fit. Or, all my handles, my links will be on my pages. So please invest in your health in that way. Okay.
All right. Well, I am encouraged. You took us to church. I appreciate. This was so good. Like when I say I'm happy, I feel so good. So I want to say thank you, Farrah, for sharing your story with the people, and thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment, and share with the class. Let everybody know because this was a good session. Why not share with other people, right?
Right.
So thank you guys, and you have a great day.